the Kenwood, or because we're in the UK, Trio KD2055 record player. I think it's from the early 80s. They were, quick aside, they were called Trio in the UK because there was already a company just up the road from here in Havant called Kenwood who did food mixes. I think that's the correct reason. So they changed the branding to Trio. So they kept the same insignia logo, which you see here, but see the plate. It's labelled Trio, and the badge on the front is also Trio, and that is wonky. Don't know why. So really, I'm super impressed with this. I got this off somebody actually as a gift, and I didn't play it for a while, but it's actually a really, really good record player. Yeah, excellent turntable. It's got auto return. So stick a record on. This is the original head shell. You pull this switch down, and that loads up the motor. The motor starts spinning. I've got two issues I've had with this, relatively minor, but there's a little bit of noise on the motor, which I've taken apart and serviced, and that seems to reduce that quite a lot. So I think that's probably a bit of a service issue. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty quiet. That's it running. My computer is in the background whirring away, but you may be able to hear that motor noise. So that, I think I've pretty much resolved. I've got to the point where I'm pretty happy with that, where I'm using the setup. It's not in the primary room. The second one is the auto return. So that motor is still spinning. Obviously, you would have the platter and the mat on there. And when you cut out, press this cut button, it stops. But if that's not on there, it doesn't. So that's still spinning. And the reason that doesn't cut out is because of the auto return function, which is the other issue I'm having, which is slightly temperamental. So what happens? It's a really clever little mechanism. So the arm will go across, and there's a little metal section there which is attached to the tone arm, and as it comes across, it pushes that lever, which in turn pushes this plastic lever out, and there's a pin on the bottom of the platter mat, which then, as this comes out, picks this up. As it comes around, it does this, it pushes that, and the arm auto returns. Really quite clever. Let me show you that again. So, load it up, engines, motor's running. You go right the way over. Look, see the plastic arm's moved out. Okay, but because the pin's not on, it's not nothing stopping it. But if I just do it with my finger, there you go, that's the auto return function. So I think what has happened is, over time and over use, this plastic arm, it's got a little bit of wear on the end, and the pin's just missing it, and it's also dropped a little bit. So I think I've got three options here. I can either, because there's a bit of play on this, I could either put a washer underneath there to pull that up, so it lifts it higher, and then it would, because I've measured this, and I think it's just 1 or 2 mil out, so that's all I would need just to lift that up. I could put a heat gun on here and just try and bend that up very gently, or a hairdryer, see if I can get that to stay. That'd be option 2. I don't fancy putting the washer on. I don't want to take this apart if I have to, and fit something on there, so I think I might live with that as it is. The heat gun, it could work, but it may sag again. The third option, which I think I'm going to try, is to add some material to the top here, because I think the pin's just going over the top. And if it were up where it needed to be, just there, and it's only it does it sometimes it doesn't. So it's probably depending on how this is sitting. So if I put something on top here, it will catch it again, and that should work every time. So anyway, let's see how we get on.